All right, this is the new Champions, a game world that's built by Game Night, and we are running a series of mini sessions called American Courage, and that'll unfold in a bit so everybody will understand what that is. But the new Champions are a formed group now that includes more folks than that are online tonight, but this group is undertaking this mission. And the group that's at the table is Cypher and his army of little robots, Sandcrab, Maximum Resistance, Windwalker, and Wild Thing. There may be an appearance by some other heroes later in the night, but for now, the news reports and protests have shown that there is a cargo ship that is emergency docked in the Millennium City River, right at the edge of this island, Zug Island. It's an industrial complex, and there have been some protests. Protesters have been protesting around this area. They have crossed over this bridge. It's a militarized area, and they broke through and protested. Interesting context. I did write that before the current situation
Today?
with our yeah, I did. They were pushed back across the footbridge, and for only the news report said only 4 casualties have happened, but there are still protesters on the other side of the bridge, making a monuments and holding vigil for their friends. But they were basically protesting environmental damages because this.
Isn't the bridge down here?
There is also a bridge here. This is a train bridge.
Well, there's. I see one over.
I'm doing the wrong.
Over here.
Yeah, I'm doing the wrong thing. I was looking at the River Ridge label.
Oh, okay.
But this
this
is the bridge. Yeah, this is the bridge. This is where they are. They came into this area, and that's where there are some that are casualties. Now, the reason why they were protesting was because this cargo ship that emergency docked, the water is boiling around it. And there's a lot of backing up of cargo ships now, and a lot of angry cargo ship captains because they can't get through. That's the place that we find ourselves now. Socrates and Runeforce tried to do some recon over the computers, and I'm sure others did as well, listening to CB radios and other stuff, and found some places that could be viable entry points. Obviously, the bridge footpath. There's a kind of a defunct bridge area over here that was at a time a bridge, no longer is. There's a train path here, and then obviously water. You could take come from the water, and then of course in a abandoned kind of forested area over here. But the team hasn't made any decisions about which way they want to come in. Wild Thing.
So there is no actual vehicle path to get onto this island.
There is right here. This little area. They walked over on foot, but it is blockaded because of a military involvement. So you can't drive over.
What did they mean?
Okay, so where's the boat again?
The boat is over here.
Over here?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm gonna ask for each of the players tonight.
Go to the pad and try again. What pad?
I'm gonna ask for each of the players to make some introductory comments about what they're trying to accomplish. Wild Thing, I'm asking you to speak first, just because you did some recon and had some interesting experiences and had some narrative at the homestead base. What's your main objective for tonight, Wild Thing, and kind of what are you doing?
Okay, well, considering what happened earlier, our main objective is to get to the bottom of what's occurring, what's causing the seepage from that ship. Whether it's intentional, whether they're carrying something that's leaking and they don't know it.
Yeah, you want to know what's causing the boiling water. Yeah.
So the ship is seeping something. We don't know what it is, or is it seeping oil?
Well, I will answer that question as soon as the GM tells me if we're going to be starting at that point. at that last posted point, or are we starting at the island?
Yeah, why don't you
If
answer
this-
that
if-
question?
If
Yeah.
this is a biohazard,
Yeah.
Okay.
then Sandcrab is going to be really interested in trying to build up a dam around that with earth
Okay.
from the nearby ocean.
Anyway,
Yeah.
role play time for a second. Like she said, she walks in, says, "No one go in. No one go into the water around the island."
You can't just leave it hanging like that.
Yeah. What's your reason why can't they go in?
It's some kind of chemical or something seeping or leaking from the ship. It's
You actually saw it leaking from the ship?
Unfortunately, not even I could get close enough to see exactly how it's coming from the ship. But I can tell you the effects. It's transmogrificative. Transmogrificative?
Yeah, that works. Transmorphing.
Pogrified.
Yeah.
It's actually turning any organics within the ocean into. Second, I want to get this correct.
Soup.
Yeah, you wish. You wish. Where is it? I'm trying to find your thing.
Oh, I can say it too. It's like a metallic. They're transforming things into solid molten
Basic.
metal. Yeah.
It's turning them into either solid or molten metal.
So it's turning bio things into metal?
Exactly. Okay, yeah, because nothing organic, nothing mineral was affected, right?
Perfect.
Like the
Any new characters need an order?
the silt on the silt at the bottom of the river hasn't changed, and any rock formations or anything like that haven't been affected, right?
Yeah,
There's a lot of
Yeah.
metal fish sitting at the bottom of the ocean, is what you're saying?
Yeah. She didn't get close enough to
Gotcha.
see, but that's
Anything
yeah,
organic has changed, but things that are inanimate are safe.
yeah, because she swam in the water up as close as she could get before turning back.
It got
Okay.
even it got
So somebody-
it got
somebody
past even my protections.
So somebody who can survive in like intense heat or in radioactive areas would probably be safe.
Maybe radioactive, but not intense heat.
I don't,
Like I said, it
as
got
a physicist, I don't think radioactivity makes things metal. So I don't think radioactivity is your cause here.
exactly.
Or
And no matter how resistant you might be to heat or cold, it gets through. Trust me. She rubs her arm.
Okay, so now at this point, I'm going to take down the order and just go. So, when, Wild Thing needed to share some of that information. Cypher, any objectives that you have with you and your robot army of what you want to try to accomplish, and don't be too grandiose. It may not be until the end of 4 sessions from now that you finally figure everything out. Your objective could be small. Cypher, are you speaking? I think you're muted. Okay, Cypher.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, I was muted.
You want to share your objective and what you're planning and plotting?
So my objective, as always, is looking for new technologies, and I am creating or adding on to the database of superpowered individuals that we're encountering.
Okay, cool. Anything specific to this session that you want to add, or do you want me to move on?
Well, I'm presuming that the boiling water is probably some new supervillain.
Okay. Sandcrab, do you have a particular objective or anything that you're doing in preparation for for this
Well,
session?
his priority would be that this right here is a hazard to normals and anybody. So he would want to go straight there and investigate it, and if he can, block it off somehow. Even if that means if he can only get within 100 feet of it, he'd want to start building an earth wall around that. If he can't get closer, then he'd do it from as far away. It depends on how close he can get, and also whether or not it does actually penetrate his suit and threaten him.
Okay.
Because since the suit has life support, he's curious whether or not he can get close to it to investigate what the source is.
Okay, cool. Maximum resistance. Do you have an objective and kind of a direction for this mission? Max, are you on?
Yes. Quick question: is this a military or commercial facility?
Yeah, this is a militarized facility. You can tell, even from the news reports came through, that the news media is not reporting on this anymore because the military has really taken this whole thing over. And, even some of the comments from Socrates from traffic that's coming through, like the road traffic, there are trucks and troops and things massing. Socrates would say the cameras are not allowing me to get close, but I can tell you something big is happening here. Military.
My goal is probably to investigate further what is going on at the facility in general.
Okay, cool. Any specific action you want to be taking right now, or do you want to wait for a bit?
Well, I would probably be listening in on radio chatter as much as I can and looking for maybe dead spots in their security.
Okay, so just that alone, the radio chatter is going to be really heavily coming from the cargo ships. So I've pointed out the one cargo ship that's emergency docked, but there are cargo ships backed up and stacked up in this river because of the boiling water. And their chatter is, kind of CB radio style chatter, and I'm not going to try to mimic that,
Right.
but they are worried because they've been informed the boiling water is spreading slowly, and so they are trying to back everybody out of the channel rather than going through it, and that's going to take, that could take weeks. So they're worried about the people that are close. They're worried about getting infected by this. They call it the boiling water. Okay, Walton, you already spoke, so we're gonna let's I guess make an organized decision. I think those that are having kind of objectives are wanting to check out the cargo ship area first, but you have lots of options as a group. It doesn't, obviously the cargo ship is where the boiling water is, but literally you could choose any place on this island to go explore. I'd just like to keep the group together because the zones, just gets complicated going back and forth. If enough of a group wants to go to one map and another wants to go to another, I could do that, and we could just split it up that way for a little bit. But
Quick question: what are the zones? I guess
yeah,
so that we can help you out here.
yeah. I put it on the darker web.
Okay, I'll check that real quick.
It's maybe up a little bit, but there are 4 main zones.
Oh, okay.
And there are actually 6 now.
I was wondering what those were. I saw that map earlier. I went, I don't know what the numbers are.
Yeah, those are the footbridge, the defunct bridge, the train railway, the cargo ship, and now there's additional zones. You could check out the wooded area if you all choose to enter the island through the woods, and you could also check out this kind of the mining area where you see all of the gravel and stuff.
So I'm surmising that remote recon, satellite pictures and stuff like that, doesn't give us any, like, oh, there's this satellite dish that's in the middle of this area that's pointing at the ship and it's shooting a beam there. That kind of thing, that's not happening.
No, we're not getting any of that. Nope. And the closest cameras that you get are from across the river, and they're so grainy because the distance, they're just not meant for that. And Socrates would have told you those. Basically, what he can see is military involvement on the ship and around the ship. Lots of troops and stuff there, but you really can't see
Are
anything
they
else.
like evacuating away from it too?
No, they are loading onto it.
They're
And
loading
I
onto
believe
the
the report said that they're loading military equipment onto the ship.
Yeah, that's what Socrates sees
Well,
from
there's
far off
boiling
cameras.
water around it.
That's right.
They're not getting scalded by the steam.
Yeah, they're coming from above. As far as the video that Socrates can see, and again, this is real grainy video from far away, but you can definitely see, people moving around on the ship and air coverage, people lowering down.
Can I send a Fleetwood in to give us more current information?
Yeah, I will let you do that. Which one do you? Where do you want to go? And that'll be the first map that we take a look at. So maybe as a group, you all can say what's your first recon area you want to go look at.
I would probably say 4.
I'm thinking the ship.
Well,
Yeah, and the
ship, definitely.
the Fleetwood is itty bitty. Let's say it's nighttime too. Unless you all would go in the broad day.
There's a picture of the Fleetwood in, I think it's character chat 2. Yeah.
maybe before
You scroll
we
up
leave,
to
if we have a little bit
1254.
of time, could we find out who runs this base? What his name is? If not, like the highest ranking person on that base is. I have some perks for like access through computer link and access to secure data. Maybe we can have some kind of a programming role to find out who that is, so that maybe if we encounter him, we have some information.
Yeah. You can definitely do that. I'm going to bring up the boat area, and then if you want to do some of your recon or your skill rolls for that, then we can give you some information.
Okay.
Sorry, I was stuttering just because I'm trying to.
I like that
Oh,
ball
a
war.
flashlight on my sheet too.
Did I encroach on your space or?
Look at that. He's got a flashlight all lit up and stuff.
Yeah, so your Fleetwood is zooming around. It's dark, so he's not going to get seen. But this is the image that you're piping back. Cypher, can you pipe that back to everybody else too, so they can kind of see it on the screens or something like that? I assume you can with your powers.
Yes.
So this is what you all see. You aren't there, but a Fleetwood is. And Sandcrab, are you doing any rolls to see if you can learn some info about the?
Yeah, I will. So those two things are perks. So I don't know how that works in the game. If it's just an intelligence roll or what.
Oh yeah, yeah. I guess just make a plain intelligence roll. What is the perk specifically, actually?
The perk is it's backdoor access computer link, and the second perk is access. So access is to like secrets and company stuff like that. So like normal people wouldn't be able to get in, but he has some way of gaining access.
Yeah, if the way I've done access in the past is like you have to choose your access, like whatever thing that you have access to.
One specific thing.
Yeah, that's the way I may have misinterpreted it, so I'm not making a ruling here. I'm just that's the way I've always.
We'll have to define it later on. Then I don't want to slow the game down. If you just want to give me an int roll and then give me some data depending on how much I make it or fail it by, that'd be great.
Yeah, if you'll just make an intelligence roll, like you're doing some searching, some looking up, that kind of stuff, and we'll give you some information.
My Fleetwood is being slightly perceptive.
Yeah,
All right.
I can see that.
I rolled a total of 9. My intelligence roll is 14 or less.
Yeah, so you can find out that the Zug Island Complex is it's owned by a conglomerate, but the person that's the majority owner and the president of the industrial corporation, his name is Samuel Larson, and he is just a kind of a wealthy magnate. He's in the news often about kind of crime, but also he's not an entirely clean person. In fact, he's probably
So he's like the CEO.
yeah, but he's kind of known as a shady, crooked kind of dude, deal with the devil type of person.
Okay.
Samuel Larson. And this ship, and it would have been in the news reports as well, is owned by the what is it? I can't even remember who I said it was owned by. I'll read it. It is owned by the American Steamship Company. It's actually an old ship, considering the year it's at in game time. This is probably one of the oldest and most fragile vessels out there today.
What's it called? The American what?
The company's called the American Steamship Company. This ship is just called the American Courage. Or American, U.S. American Courage, whatever. And that actually is a real ship name. I didn't come up. I'm not trying to make a patriotic session. That is what it's called.
Cool.
I actually did an ArcGIS search of ships en route, and I just clicked on one, and it came up, American Courage. So that's what the game's about. Okay, so you all see this, and these folks are moving around. You can see that the guys over here on this this side of the ship are shining lights down on these folks in the water, and then there's another side where there is more certain. You can see them looking down here as well. On this
Are they
side.
like swimming in the water or standing on the water?
They are swimming in the water. I just couldn't get them down in it. They are swimming in it.
Odd thing. I thought you said the water was not safe.
I said, if you're relying on heat or cold, radiation, I don't know. Considering it seems like they're wearing radiation suits, though I've never heard of, as somebody's already said, radiation doing what I've seen.
Yeah, that the label on it says rad suit. Just the figure I captured. They are not wearing radiation suits. They are wearing suits.
Oh, they're not?
They are wearing special suits, but it just says rad suit. I just couldn't find a better token.
Okay, then
Still a
I
good
was
token.
saying.
Yeah, it's a cool
instead of
token.
saying
It's,
rad, yeah, instead of saying rad suit, I say, no, they do seem to be wearing special gear.
Yeah.
Interesting. We may have to find some of that special gear.
Okay, so you all get an opportunity to kind of look around, and the Fleetwood is going to go unnoticed. He's itty bitty. It's dark. I'm not even going to make it. You all see these turrets as well that have been. Obviously, it's not a part of a normal cargo ship to have laser guided turrets on it. What do you all want to do?
We need one of those suits if we're going to find out what's going on underneath that ship in the water. And then we want to do it safely.
Okay, are we all together? I'm not sure how we came to this.
Yeah, so Windwalker, I don't know how you would be. I think the only thing would be Rune Force might have spoken to you about a recon opportunity.
That's very good. Yeah.
Yeah, or even in the news you would have heard about it. Yeah.
Just reported me real quick. Yeah, that makes sense.
Because I think you're staying at his
Okay.
like it's one of his cottages.
That's right.
House, so
I'm in his guest house. Yeah.
Yeah, you're in his pool house.
Yep.
So I mean, it would have been. He probably would have encouraged you not to get involved. Don't get involved. This is going to be dangerous. That kind of thing. So if you do, it's going to be your curiosity, I guess.
You're not a cat, are you?
Yeah, and of course the response. the response would have simply been, "Try to stop me."
Of course. Because isn't Windwalker like a teenager? Like, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, of course it is. I should have said.
Let's see. Depending on the date, she's 14 or 15.
Yeah, he should have said, "You should try to go. You should try to go check this out." And maybe she wouldn't have given it to him as a chore. Then she would have ignored it. Okay. So I guess
Okay.
Windwalker, what will you be doing leading up to this? Are you?
Let's see here. Well, since we need a suit so bad, and I know I'm not the only teleporter, but let's see here. Now, are the only people that we see wearing these suits the ones that are in the water?
That's right. That's right.
Okay. That makes it a little complicated, but possibly. Okay, now where are all of us? I guess we're on the shore, or?
Yeah, I would say maybe the group right now. I don't even think you all are on site. You all are doing recon through a Fleetwood, one of the little robots, and I assume that somehow Reinforce is you're seeing this as well, Windwalker. I assume maybe we've given you some temporary access to be able to see what they're seeing. But
there's an app for that, perhaps.
Yeah.
That Socrates made. I don't know.
Yeah, and just to be clear, this side of the boat where the helicopter is and everything, this.
Do you have a cell phone? I can transmit it to your cell phone.
There you go.
Yeah, I've got a cell phone. Yeah,
there you go.
There we go.
Yeah. So maybe Reinforce.
But what I'm trying to boil down is, would I be able to teleport straight over to the ship or any place? Is this in range? Because I know we're off this map, but I don't know where we are off the map.
Yeah. So I'll say this area over here on the side where the helicopter is, that's the land. That's where the dock is.
Okay.
I couldn't get a dock to stay there. It kept flying off. But that's land. And these people that are on this side, they are between the dock and the boat. The island is 1,000 meters north to south. So I mean it's probably miles away from Homestead.
So would the dock be on the map? You know, like, let's see here.
Yeah, I can draw something.
Would the map be like? Would the dock be like here or over here or?
Wait a minute, just a second. I'll draw it. This is the dock right here.
Okay.
Perfect.
Whose helicopter is up in the air?
Yeah, it's a military helicopter. Or maybe a police force helicopter. They're both working together. You can see North American Police Force, and let's say that's a police force helicopter.
Okay.
Well, I mean, getting to the guys in the water is not difficult. Getting to the guys in the water without getting our asses shot off, that's completely different.
Yeah, I guess if the police are here and there's this much activity, what is the benefit of going there? I mean,
so remember, this is just one of the sites that I currently have being scanned by Fleetwood. So we need to determine where we're going to go.
Yeah.
So
that's a good point.
So this is one.
You really can't.
Or do we want to deal with this?
They should be Fleetwood as a group, but they each need individual names, so that we can refer to them properly. I mean, is this one Lindsay or Mick?
That's awesome. Whatever are you talking about?
Christine.
Okay. Yeah, we're.
So, are you all wanting to continue to plan about how to get to this boat, or do you want to look at some of the other sites and do recon around the island?
I vote for more recon because obviously there's people in the water. Doesn't seem to be threatening any human life. I'd like to know more of what's going on.
Other
question is
surveillance. If we can maintain surveillance here as we check out the rest of the island, that would be a good idea.
I can do that. I can leave Christine where she's at, and I have 2 others that we can use.
Okay, so we'll keep it here, and then we'll go back to the main map, and you all can make a decision about other areas you want to do recon at. I'm going to clear the table. I'm going to turn the daylight back on so that we can see the map. Okay, other areas that you want to try to visit?
So I picked the boat first. Who else would like to pick a spot for us to go to?
Office buildings.
Okay, so that's going to be, the best thing I have for that is the entrance area, the kind of the main bridge area. So just a minute.
Now, did they actually gun down protesters here?
They did.
And the protesters were near the ship, or what zone were they in?
Yeah, the protesters were, they made their way over this bridge here. And yeah, you can see this bridge right here.
This bridge here.
Yeah, they made their way over and then came into this area, and this is kind of that where that office building area was. They had made their way over it and started protesting, and foolishly so, because they ended up getting pushed back and with some loss of life. And so now the protesters are out in this area, you know, kind of standing back, of course, from the armed military that are forcing them back. And little Stevie, you know, and it's late at night. So, I mean, if there are any protesters, it's few. They are holding vigil, their candles at night, you know, for their lost loved ones on the other side of the island. But these military folks are out there, and they're looking.
And this is the bank side over here?
That's right. This is the bank side. The other side is fenced off. That's where the industrial complex is.
Okay.
Do any of us actually have, like, quiet attacks?
Sandcrab has some stealth ability.
Stealth ability, yes. I'm actually talking about quiet attacks, like invisible attacks.
Not invisible, no. Silent.
Let's see. Mine's a glowing sword that frankly sounds like a lightsaber.
Not quite.
I can be very quiet when I need to be.
Well, you can be quiet, but can you be quiet while beating the people to a pulp? That's the big question.
I do have a police baton. That's relatively quiet compared to the sword.
I mean, I throw lightning. Not very quiet.
Yeah, that's not very quiet.
My claws are extremely
Yeah,
quiet.
I've got a triple hand baton. That's quiet.
If you wish me to take someone down quietly, I can do that, obviously. I don't have a glowing lightsaber or lightning abilities.
So,
And
more turrets.
my teleport would be literally quiet. It's just got a big pink smoke.
Fleetwood is seeing more turrets on top of the buildings, even the buildings outside on the bank side. Plenty of armed agents all around.
Okay.
So this is protester area.
This one's John.
Say again?
Said this one's John.
Oh.
Thank you.
So we've got Christine at the ship, and this one's John, and Lindsay's going to be the third one.
Do you want to take a look at another area?
One.
What do y'all want to
So
look at?
there's how many turret things are there here?
So when you're, John is looking around, you see this one turret on the top of the smokestack building, and that's it.
Okay. Are there open doors that it can go and look through and find other things?
They're not open doors. There are buildings that he could get into, but he would have to kind of finagle and shimmy and get into. And he's small enough, maybe he could. I don't know if he can lockpick, but no open doors.
No, it's just movement.
Okay. Yep, no open doors.
Okay.
All right. Anybody want to ask any other questions about this area, or you want to try something more secluded?
Well, I mean, if we want to penetrate one of the areas, I don't think we have a problem with that. We can go in underground and dig our way into a building if we wanted to, and then see what we can find as far as on their computers, or if we want to kidnap a personnel, we could do that. So, I mean, right now it seems like we don't know a lot about what is actually going on. They're trying to keep the public out, and the public's protesting because it seems to be a biohazard of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
But that's really not the bottom line.
It would seem that way. That's right.
Right. So maybe we should go into that building right there that looks like a little miniature factory with a coker stoke on, or stack on it of some sort, and see what's in there.
Okay.
Anybody up for that? Or do you
Now,
guys want to?
you're talking about the one on the public side of the bridge, right?
Oh, I see. That's the public side of the bridge. Okay.
Yes.
Well, then going into so those are just sea containers over there. There's no actual buildings over there on the island side.
There are some over here on this side.
Okay.
And
So
this is a part of a bigger complex too. So I mean, this is bunches of buildings over here on this side, the little tower and everything. That's the beginning of the complex.
Right. So we could break into one of those buildings and see if we can find out some more information.
Yes.
Anybody else up for that?
That seems like a wise move.
I've never gone
Sounds
underground like that before. Can other people follow you?
Yeah, I can leave the tunnel open.
That may be problematic.
I'll close it after everybody's in, so nobody else
How
can follow.
so?
Well, because it leaves an open tunnel that people were there.
I can always backtrack afterwards, as needed. You know, whatever you guys want to do.
No, I'm game with trying that. I mean, if I teleport in, it's typical
Obvious.
power noise.
Well, I mean, we're
I'm
gonna get
sure
spotted
we
once
can
we're inside
backfill.
anyway. So if
I'm
you
sure
can
we
see
can
through a window,
backfill.
if you can see
I'm
through,
sure we can backfill once we leave.
yeah, if you can see through a window and you can just bamf in and you can take all of us with us, that'll work too. Because I mean, when I tunnel in, sooner or later we're gonna get seen anyway. So we're gonna have to.
Well, I don't see any windows on these.
Well, I could bamf in, but frankly, I'm not sure if you guys would end up next to me. I've been kind of just not so good at that.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
I
Sounds
would
like
greatly prefer not to do that.
so it sounds like everything is coalescing around tunneling into one of these two buildings. You want to make your decision about which one and who all's going with you when you do it.
Are we trying to stay together as a group?
Sounds
This
good
is
to me.
recon, right?
Yeah.
I think we probably send the recon folks. I think that would probably be Wild Thing and Sandcrab. Keep it as limited as possible. As long as they think they have a means to extract themselves.
Yeah, that's fine.
Is your John following in after them as well?
Boring, but okay.
You know, the advantage of bringing everybody is that then we have all our skills there, and we don't know what's in there. So having all the
True.
skills there has a bonus, added risk, but still a bonus. I think we're going to get spotted anyway sooner or later, but we can always run away.
And
I will suggest this. Me and Sandcrab will move with Bub in front of the group. Since I doubt the rest of you are very quiet. You will be there.
Digging through
just
the ground unless he bought it invisible is not very quiet either.
Actually, so Sandcrab does have a stealth field. So once he activates it, there is a darkness versus sound around him and an area effect. I gotta find out how big it is. Hold on, I'm looking at my sheet.
Let's hope it's not too big.
Everybody can't hear in their 1,000-meter radius.
Yeah, the big problem with silence.
Stealth field, there it is. Darkness versus herring, 1 meter radius. So 1 meter around him.
Just you then.
Well, if she's
Pretty
with
much.
him, but if she's in
No,
there sitting
somebody
next
next
to
to
him,
me.
yeah. Well, and as he digs the hole, it's quiet. She'd follow right behind. Yeah, I mean, she doesn't have to be in the silent field.
Right.
Okay,
Although
so we'll
it'd
move.
actually be a good idea to be in the silent field, but
Well, let's move the scene forward. So you all are gonna do the tunneling through. Is anybody else going through? You'll just the two of you all making the first recon touch. And which building are you choosing? This one that's over here closest to the river, or the one further back?
Which one looks more official? I'd say that one has a big roll-up door. Does the other one have a big roll-up door too?
yeah, they both do. They're pretty much identical buildings with one's got an awning.
Right. Well, that's just the genericism of the figurines that we have.
Yeah.
Pieces that we have. So, does one building look more official than the other?
Well, this one that's in the back is closer to the little comm tower, and it's closer to the whole industrial complex as well. So I mean, this one's further out. This one is closer to the rest of the complex. That's basically
Okay. Well, as long as everybody else is in agreement, we'll go for that one right there.
okay. All right. So you don't have anything. Do you have any powers that allow you to see where you're tunneling before you tunnel?
Yes, I have spatial awareness.
Just spatial awareness. So you know that there will be beings or things, but you wouldn't know like the facial expressions they're making. You wouldn't see the read of the room. You just know there are people in the room, right?
Yeah, they could be limited as far as detail goes. Let me see if there's any.
Discrimination.
Yeah, discriminating. Let me check.
Mm-hmm.
Spatial awareness, increased arc of perception 360, rapid heads up display, unified power,
Yeah.
unusual fight group.
Yeah. So you'll know that there is this. The room is
Does
occupied.
it have penetrating?
No, it does not have penetrating.
So it wouldn't go through the rock in front of you.
Really? I thought that spatial awareness was the thing that does let you go through things like X-ray would have in the old rules.
Oh, you're right. That's different than what I was used to.
So you will know.
Spatial awareness is fully penetrative. That's why.
Okay, that's fine.
So you can tell that there's a person in that room, and it's not a crowded room, and not a lot of objects in the room, but there is somebody in there.
Does your spatial awareness not go through?
10.
Sorry, you can't see through that tin roof.
I'll go with the tragically familiar lead.
Okay, so you're gonna tunnel up into this room. Are you tunneling up underneath it? Okay. And I will say, you all, where would you all have come up? In maybe the corner of it.
Yeah, right next to that person that we see in there, so we can grab him and stop him from setting off any alarms or making any noise.
Okay, so if you all go ahead and put your tokens there. Let's see if we can have a little scene here.
And the roof comes off.
The GM is well prepared.
Okay.
And we were all going, correct? Or was it just you two?
Just the two.
By the way, good job.
We
on
were
that.
going in front of you guys, but you guys were following behind us at a distance. Where are we coming in at?
Right, surrounding this dude, like right around him. And thank you, Sandcrab. Obviously, I didn't make a lot of this, but I did put my my intentions on it. You know, this is hilarious. So the scene unfolds out of the blue. the ground erupts, and these heroes just burst from the ground around, and the guy has no idea. But y'all are going to get the surprise on him.
Okay, cool. Again, I tend to go before anybody in my, because I got lightning
Let's see.
reflexes.
Cypher, are you coming into this one as well, or were you staying
Lightning
back?
reflexes adds to your dex roll. So whatever your dex is, plus
To
your level.
go first before foe, yeah. Before.
If they have the same dex, right?
If you have that's a matter of action within the segment, the phase. It does not make you go faster on phases,
I
or
didn't say
it
that.
doesn't make you go more up at speed.
No,
No,
Okay,
that's
sorry.
not what I. No, that's
It's
not
an
what I
argument.
was saying.
We're just trying to define the rule for you.
Yeah.
I knew what it meant.
Cypher,
So what
are you
I-
coming into this room as well, or are you hanging back?
Let's see.
Can I sense computers?
Why don't you try?
Okay.
When
Well, the
Walker,
two of us will be going up first because they, like I said, they would be coming up behind us because they're not stealthy.
I failed by one, so no, I do not sense any computers.
yeah, it's a darkness all around. Darkness all around. Okay, so
Yes.
Wild Thing and Sandcrab pop up into a room, and Sandcrab gets the first hit attempt.
But he's in front.
Well, he also has a higher dexterity, so.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Gotta do something about that now.
Yeah, I know you're waiting on your character to get built. I know, get made proper.
Yeah.
Okay, Sandcrab, what are you gonna do with this heavily armed? And you see, you're in the same room, so maybe both of y'all make a perception roll. See if you can notice anything.
Make one?
Yeah, both of you make a
What's that?
perception roll.
Okay.
All right, I found a disadvantage to putting the GUI over the names.
Yeah, no, you can't get to the.
He clicks on them. Right.
Is my thing connected to my thing because I press it and it says place the die type you want to roll in the pad. It's not working.
Do you have a
Black.
die in the roller?
Yeah, there's a die in the roller.
Pick it up and
There's
put it down. so it
you
doesn't-
mean the green thing here? Yeah, there's a die there.
I put it in the middle. It has to sit right in the middle. Don't touch the one in the middle.
I
It's
didn't touch
very
it. I have
particular.
no idea. I just came in late, I have no idea why it wasn't where it's supposed to
Who knows? Maybe I moved it on accident when I was moving stuff around. Okay, so did you all make your perception rolls? Both of you did?
be. I think I made mine by 11.
My goodness. Okay, both of you all will notice that this military official, so he's well clad, but he also has a shimmering field around him.
All right. Well, I'll make a grab roll.
Mm. Okay.
Ooh,
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to say that's good.
6 or less, 18 with the plus 5. Did you take the penalties to the grab roll?
No, I did not. So it's -2 for the grab roll.
Oh, so
So you grabbed him.
DC 18.
Yeah, so you grab him.
All right. Silence field is on, so we can't really make any noise. But he just said he has a power armor suit.
No, he's got a field around him.
A field. All right. I want to be careful. I don't want to kill anybody. Let's just try 30 strength. I'm going to hold him with my full strength, but just squeeze for damage for half my strength, because I want to make sure I don't kill him.
Okay.
I need to
How many dice is that going to be?
It'll be 6.
Okay. You can tell that the field, the kind of the field around him, is preventing any of your strength from permeating him. You've got a hold of him, but you're not.
No damage.
Yeah, they're not doing any damage.
Okay, cool. Got to be safe. Then sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, that's my action.
Yeah. So, Wild Thing, what are you gonna do?
Does he have a helmet? Do I see an obvious communication on his headgear or anything of that nature? And do I see any kind of like a energy
Belt?
pack, something on his belt
Yeah, that's a good point. So he
that
does.
stands out?
Yeah, he does have. Hold on a second. Right now I'm looking at Fleetwood instead of the right person that I need to look at. So yes, he does have a helmet on, and you can't tell from just looking at the helmet. It's like an enclosed helmet, so you really can't tell if he's got comm devices in it. I'm sure
Okay.
with an intelligence check, I'm sure you could kind of assume that. But and yes, he does have like some glowing thing around his waist, his belt. That is somebody's trying to do something.
Huh?
I don't know. I'm getting errors. I don't know if you all are seeing those same errors. But anyway, he's got something around his waist that's glowing. That you can see.
Like a
Okay. My first action. With him entangled, would this require full action or half?
No,
Maybe I should tell you what I'm going to do.
Yeah, and it's your.
I want to remove that belt off of his waist.
Yeah, so it's your action. I mean, and it's going to take more than an action. I mean, it's taking a belt off somebody is going to take some seconds.
Yeah.
So.
So if it's a obvious inaccessible focus, you can't do it in combat. If it's an obvious accessible focus, you can make a strength versus strength roll to pull it out of their hand.
Yeah, it is.
The difference being like a gun versus a jacket.
Yeah, it's inaccessible. So it's obvious, but it's inaccessible. You're not going to be able to do it in combat.
Okay, so I couldn't use my claws to cut it off.
Nope. Maybe it's just the way it's woven into him, that kind of thing. It's just not gonna be that way.
Okay, so I can't remove it. Maybe I can disable it. So I'm going to use a claw attack against it.
Yeah, so you're gonna have to do hit locations and try real hard not to get him.
Yeah. Hit location would be his waist or body, right?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get to the actual hit locations. Used to be in the right spot. Now I don't see it. Okay.
Body shot?
Is that right?
How do I can't. My
That is
fingers
one
are too
advantage
big.
of the GM
It
screen,
won't
but I think
move.
it's on there.
Yeah, I'm just looking for it. Roll maker.
Okay. You go.
What are you trying to hit?
Her waist.
His waist, the belt on his waist. I want to use my claws to strike at it.
In combat, it's probably a -4.
Yeah, but see that what you just rolled is what Cypher just rolled. That's like damage, right? That's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fine. Just let's take a -4 and keep the action moving. So do your regular 2 hit, and then a -4 on it, and I'll see if you do it. And he's grabbed. So what is he at half DCV or 0 DCV because he's
0.
held? 0.
He's at half OCD.
Okay. But DCV as well,
Okay.
half DCV or 0.
Correct.
Okay.
So you say it's a -4?
On yours.
Oh darn! I forgot to put the -4 in.
Rolled 2 hit. You rolled really well though, and you will hit. So do the damage that you want to do on this belt.
Then you need to know what the active points of the belt are to see if she's able to break it.
Okay. Remember, this is armor piercing, so that's a +4, and penetrating, which is +2. I figured that out. Nah.
Okay, so penetrating is going to be, for sure, it'll go through at least how many levels of penetrating? What's it?
Did that roll as a killing attack? That rolled as a killing attack.
Yeah, but a half die 6. I mean, it's just.
Yeah, hold on. I have I have regular information. That damn
It's
it.
going to
hit
be
the
one
wrong-
body minimum.
No, don't ignore that. That was the killing attack roll. That's still programmed in there. Thing hates me. Okay, my normal damage is 12d6.
Okay.
Well, 12d6 penetrating armor piercing is like a 120 point power, so I think there's probably a mistake there.
Oh, right. We forgot. Yeah, we'd have that
So
problem
if it's
going.
penetrating armor
Crap.
piercing, it's probably something like, I don't know, 46 or 66.
Yeah, that's just too
Well,
much.
it's definitely a +1 together, which would double the cost.
Right, so it's probably 66.
Okay.
Unless you have reduced endurance on there or anything else.
Okay, so it's 66. Is that right? It goes with my strength. It's attached to my strength.
How
Yeah,
much
but
is your
you-
strength?
35.
That's 7, so half that would be
Okay,
3.
then that would be 7d6.
Okay.
No, it would be 3.5 because it's armor piercing and penetrating.
It could be a modifier to her strength to make it armor piercing and penetrating, which would
Could
be
a naked
a 70 point
advantage.
attack.
Is it naked advantage?
We're still working with. Okay. What was the question? Is it an advantage?
Yeah. I'll let the GM take care of it. I'll be
Is
quiet.
it a naked advantage on your strength?
Yeah, so let's just say this. Roll your 7 dice of damage.
I'm just gonna roll the dice and
Yeah, and I will ask the rule on the active points. What is the? Because I'm looking for it in the pages right now, trying to find
70
So the
point,
rule
70 active points.
Maximum of 14 dice 6.
that didn't answer.
70 active points.
I think he's talking about what the active points are of the belt. So it's the highest power in the belt.
Oh no! I know the active points of the belt. I'm trying to understand what's the threshold for breaking it. Like, does it have to exceed half of the active points, or?
Points divided.
5.
And I'm
So it's
searching.
50 active point power. It has 10 body and 10 defense. Is that right?
I'm just looking for it right now. Too.
Right. I'm gonna be AFK 1 second. I'm gonna get a drink. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah.
sorry, my character is so.
No,
Jacked
it's
up.
okay. You'll get it right. So you did 17.
Tara,
Yep. It's
If you-
part of champions.
if you modify the dice roll, make it an 8 dice 6 armor piercing penetrating attack, that would be the maximum that you could have.
Okay.
Okay.
'Cause that would be 70 active points.
Alright.
But I don't know how many active points are in your.
The one that he made was 41 active points, I think it says here. On the actual sheet.
Now that's got to be real points.
Hold on.
Yeah, and I'm.
Oh, right. Yeah, we can't. I forgot. We can't even. There's no interpretation for this, for what he put together, because he has a 0 killing attack. So, yeah. God.
Yeah, I know you gotta get that thing fixed so that you can play it the way you want to. I know. I'm gonna just go ahead and rule that you broke that belt, and so the glow fades away.
Okay.
All right.
Here is one thing about items that provide defense. They actually get the defense too.
Oh, that is true. Yeah, then I'll retract that, because that damage would not have broken
Force
through.
field that doesn't defend its own control is kind of inefficient.
Yeah, and it would not have broken it. Would not.
Not with that roll. Not with that roll. Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
not with that roll. I'm trying to get back to it again.
But you have to remember that the penetrating does some damage to it anyways.
Yep.
And armor piercing cuts the defense of it in half.
Yep.
Yeah. Our armor piercing cuts the defense in half. Penetrating would guarantee that the amount of stun done equals the amount of body on the roll.
Yeah, and I'll
Right.
say even with the half,
At least.
it doesn't break it.
Okay.
Okay.
And you
Yeah,
can
I rolled
see
pretty
it.
damn. I rolled pretty damn low, guys.
Yeah, and it kind of glints off, right? So you can see it's like a bullet was ricocheting off of it.
Okay.
It's a normal damage attack. It's not going to do any significant body.
Okay, so the military dude is going to try to break free, and he's going to have a hard time doing that because he is held strength to strength with a pretty strong dude, and he is not going to be able to get out. I mean, I even know just by the strength that he has. So he is not going to be able to get out from being held.
All right. For expediency, can we just say I knock him out?
No, actually, you're going to have to.
He's still got the yellow thing, dude.
Hey,
Yeah.
you know, if you don't fish, you don't catch fish.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I don't
I
know
know
like
what I'm
fish
gonna do.
either.
take
I know what I'm
a
going to do next.
take recoveries. We're in segment 2. Everybody else that's gonna be there, wants to be there, can be there. I can bring everybody back in. Sandcrab, what would you do?
Well, I'm gonna squeeze him till he's unconscious. So
Okay.
I'll go with 10 dice this time. I'm still gonna be a little cautious. I don't want to give him the full strength.
Okay.
You
Oh,
could
remember.
do a pulling your punch type of thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about that rule. Great. I'll go full dice.
Yeah.
Full dice.
Can you pull a punch on a squeeze?
Sure,
It's
you can pull
not-
a punch on any attack.
Yeah.
But a squeeze is kind of its own thing.
30.
Yeah, isn't it? I was about to say, I thought I saw that on.
I believe the rules are you can pull a punch on any attack.
12.
If not, then I'll just punch him and pull the attack. I have extra arms.
Okay.
Oh, you're
so-
minus because it gives a minus to your OCV, but there's no OCV penalty on this because you're squeezing. So I'm
Yeah,
just kind
it
of
has-
curious.
So you can
Yeah.
you can feel his the kind of the not breaking, but you can feel the squeezing and the force field is kind of giving way, and he's yelping. Your sound field is on, so you don't hear any of that, but you can.
He's wiggling around.
Yeah, he's like squirming and squirming, but he's still squirming.
Okay. I'll spend my endurance.
Okay, Wild Thing.
Okay, I'm going straight for the carotid. That'll put him out.
You're actually gonna cut him in the make him bleed type of thing. Huh?
No, I'm not gonna. No, I'm not gonna cut his carotid.
Hey, that's what
Squeeze
that's
it.
what it means to me when people say going for
Yeah,
the
that's
carotid.
usually the idea behind it is you cut somebody's carotid artery.
Yeah, no, I'm squeezing.
I'm done
his
with him. I'm
carotid
killing
artery.
him right now.
Yeah, I'm
One
squeezing his
step better than
carotid.
the femoral artery.
Okay,
I'm going to squeeze his carotid to stop his the blood flow to his brain.
But his
So we got
force
two
field
people
will
giving
protect-
him a hug.
I don't think
yeah,
if
that's
you
a
can
that's
squeeze him-
More like a hug and a choke.
a no normal defense attack where you would have the ability to pinch it. And right, I don't think you have that attack, do you?
no.
Yeah. So you're gonna hit him again.
No, I was going to grab him by the throat,
Okay, so you
thing
want
off
to do.
of his windpipe.
Okay, so you want to do.
You could do a choking attack, or
Yeah.
you could buy an NND maneuver.
Yeah, so let's do a choking attack.
Well,
You don't actually have the choke attack, is what they're saying.
yeah, no. You're kidding. Okay.
It's actually a special maneuver.
Jeepers creepers, dude. Seriously?
Yep.
Okay. Crap.
Yeah, but you could do like what would be a
You could say
Would a
that
simple
you're-
choke be an everyman maneuver?
You could say that you're doing attack versus his carotid, but the mechanic is going to be your strength versus him. If you want
Okay,
to
so
do a
there
little
is a
more
choke at -2 to hit and -2 DCV where you grab a limb, which is the head,
In ND, yeah.
and it does 1 D6 in ND.
Yeah, there you go. And I'll say he's... so roll your attack.
Okay. Oh, that's just a regular to hit.
Yeah, under maneuvers, there's a choke maneuver. You can just click on it.
Oh, okay. A choke starts with a C, doesn't it?
It's on panel 7 of the maneuvers.
Oh,
Yeah, you
it's
have to
not.
choke it because it's not a standard maneuver, it's an optional maneuver.
Gotcha.
So I have it on page 6.
So do I.
Under maneuvers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Correct.
right under trip.
There
Now,
it
if
is,
you have
choke.
other maneuvers that may alter that list.
I think
So it should be
I
on
think
6 or 7.
I got it.
Okay, so you're gonna... Yeah, and you definitely got him. So roll 1 die 6.
Okay.
Okay, so that did 3 stun to him. 3. And I'll say you can do it again every turn, every segment that you go,
Okay, cool.
because you're choking him. You've already got him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the next turn, Sandcrab.
Have to say.
The scene is pretty hilarious. Sandcrab has grabbed him, has got his arms around him, squeezing him tight. Wild Thing comes in at his neck and is choking him on his neck, and he's still squirming. Sandcrab gets a turn again.
All right. Does it feel like he's waning, or am I not doing enough damage?
Yeah, you're not making it through. It's like a mesh force field, and it's just not. You're squeezing him, but it's not breaking through that.
Really, 12d6, which is a ton of strength, is not making it through.
You did, but it just didn't. It wasn't enough
I
to
can
knock
up
him
my
out.
game if I have to, but
I'm like a puss.
At least the bonus to me choking him means he won't be able to talk if he does have a communicator in his helmet.
Can't talk anyway because he's in a silence field.
Or ever again in the future.
All right, I'll haul back and I'll do a haymaker on him.
Okay.
And welcome game night.
Hey, game night.
Hey, GK, what's up?
I don't know if he's able to hear you.
Yeah, he may not be hearing us. Oh well.
Okay, so make your last roll at him.
Um,
Hopefully this will be the last one.
yeah. You want me to make a hit roll first, right?
Yeah, because you let go of him, but I mean, I would say
You
he's
let go
still...
of him to
I don't
punch
need
me.
I don't need to let go of him.
Yeah, you've got other arms, so just waylay him.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
quick point of order here. The choke hold is not a hold, it's a choke, which means you actually have to do it every round.
Yeah, he said
Make
that.
the attack every
No. You don't do automatic damage. You have to roll to hit every round.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, that's what
It is.
I thought. That's what he meant. when he
No.
said I have to do
I
it
was
every round.
saying as long as you're holding on to him, you're choking him, but I didn't understand that. So you're just
It
gonna have to
actually
roll
says
it.
choke is not a constant attack. While the character can maintain a grab from phase to phase, he has to make a new attack each phase to do the ND damage.
Interesting.
Okay, so I understood it right, but not what he was saying.
Yeah.
Now that's
He
right.
may not survive this last one. So with this waylaying hit, Rampage, you can see he goes limp.
Alrighty.
He goes limp, and you can also tell he is not. You didn't hear any cracks and breaks, but
He's super tough.
well, you would assume that mesh force field is what did it.
Probably has a little body armor too. I mean,
Yeah,
probably
lots
not
of
pussies.
yeah. So that'll take us out of combat, and I'm gonna add XO into this and give him a character just in case. Game night. Do you want a color game night?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
No color needed.
No color needed.
Can you guys hear me?
So you're off color tonight?
Yeah,
I can hear you.
we can hear
Yes.
Only when I tell
Yes.
jokes.
Welcome.
you. So I take it you never got a chance to see what you could do with wild thing.
Well, I was doing it while. Oh, now I have a color.
Well, I couldn't. I didn't know how to not assign a color. Sorry about that.
Oh.
You just leave him as free.
I sent you a DM, Tara, that I had just finished your character, but obviously it's not going to be ready for. I don't know. I guess probably could load it now. You're not in combat. I don't know. Maybe.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't.
But I
get
wanted to
the-
go
I
over
didn't-
it. I wanted to go over it with you before you decided to use it to make sure that you understood it, that you liked it, and that you approved of
Understood.
it. Yep.
Understood.
Okay.
Well, you can DM it to me and I can look it over.
So where we are right now is Sandcrab and Wild Thing have just choked and squeezed a heavily fortified military soldier person to unconsciousness in a room that's closer to the industrial complex on the industrial side of the island. They tunneled under. And some of the group followed along. They've done some recon, but this is the first time they've actually come up on the island. What are you all going to do? This guy's unconscious.
I want to set up my virtual analytics table and hack into his suit to make sure that there's no type of signal being sent out that he's been incapacitated.
Okay. Do you have a
Get roll of
power?
some sort.
Do you have a power for that or a skill for that?
I do. I have a power and a skill.
Okay. What's the power?
The power is going to be +3 skill levels matched with a special effect, light effect. So you can see like his gizmos and computer stuff that he's going to use to analyze this guy. And then 3 skill levels towards his computer programming or hacking or security systems, whatever role you want.
Okay. You're going to have to make really, really good skill roll. But let's see how you do.
Okay. Would this be nanotechnology or computer programming, or I'm trying to think of the assist skill that might be able to use with it.
Computer programming. You're trying to hack into his like comms and stuff like that. His in the tech that's in his suit. Yeah.
So computer programming will be the primary. I'm looking for a bonus roll for a secondary.
System operations
I have that, 14 or less.
or security systems.
I have that, also 14 or less.
Yeah, you're attempting an almost impossible task, and there are reasons for that. But make your attempt, and I'll give you a bonus if you succeed on your
On my aid roll?
That's right. You'll just get a +1 on it, so it's not a great deal. But let's see.
Yeah, that's fine. I think the roll is +1 depending, or -1 depending on how much you make it or fail it by.
Okay. Okay.
Don't
So
forget to bust open those crates and see if there's any loot inside.
Yes, there's the D&D mentality.
So you'll get a 2 bonus on that. So try to make your skill roll. Now this skill roll is going to come with a penalty of 8.
Okay, so I'll be at -3 then. Right?
Yep.
Okay. Let me find my computer programming and put a -3 in here. -3, and cross my fingers and hope for luck. There we go, baby.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay, so yeah, you've hacked in, and you can tell that there is hardening immediately. You can tell just by how hard it was to hack into these comms. There's hardening at every step. Everything you do or try to do on this network is going to be difficult, and you don't have much time, and you know you don't have much time here with this.
Okay, so what I want to do is, I know I can't do a lot, and I probably won't be able to tunnel through it to try to find out where it's going, but I want to make it so that he's not going to set off any alarm. That's my only goal right now.
Okay, yeah, I'll just say that's straight up with this first task, and I'll say you get really an objective every time you make success like that.
Okay.
But it's not going to get any easier if you try to hack. So there are not going to be any alerts that go off because of what you all have done. At least from his suit, his being unconscious. Like there are vital sign monitoring things in his suit, and you've been able to disable them basically.
Okay, super. So as soon as I'm done with that, I'll turn off the stealth field, and I'll radio to the other guys. This is some pretty deep water we're in, guys. These guys are superhero level agents. Why don't you guys come up here and help search this room now?
Okay.
Okay.
We're going to go back down in the orders
On my way.
and pick up on some of the folks that haven't had some time. Cypher, do you want to do anything specific? You come into the room, you come in with a Fleetwood and a John. What do you do?
Okay. So I'm fascinated by the helmet and the force field belt. So I'd like to examine them and see if I can override anything in them with my powers of cyberkinesis.
Okay. Yeah.
Not that, cyber control.
Yeah, you can make a cyber control attempt.
$19 body.
Yeah.
No, 19 total. It doesn't. We don't count the body.
When you connect to it, it's the what would be the best? It's like if you're talking to Rune Force or to Socrates, this is almost like the misdirection or the obfuscation. You get nothing. Like you cannot sync onto it. You can't grasp onto it to be able to do your computer mind tricks to it. It's almost like there's nothing there.
That's not right.
Yeah. Okay, Sandcrab, you just acted. Max, do you want to do something?
Is his suit emanating any signals?
No. Sandcrab was able to kind of turn off anything that would have emanated from it. And there's not any frequencies that are coming in and out of it right now. Would you have been checking that beforehand? Or is this
Yeah, but down in the tunnel, I wouldn't have been able to get much.
Yeah, so you wouldn't know before or now. You just look at it now and go, no, it's not. There's not any signals.
Can we take off his helmet?
Sure.
I thought we had already done that.
Yeah, if we haven't taken it off already, I'm going to take a look at it and start looking at the audio stuff. The mic. Does he have a microphone in there? What's that kind of stuff? And basically start monkeying with that.
So over in the corner, it's like you and Cypher over like show and telling this thing, like pulling it out, taking the flash guard out, taking the mic out. There's sonic resonance protection things in there. This is the most tricked out technology for military forces. And you may not have known that or wouldn't have known that, but it's pretty amazing.
Well, I basically just want to take the chunk of the helmet that's got the radio and start listening through that, because then I don't have to deal with any encryption.
Oh, that's good. I will say make a... I don't know that you would have to make anything. You hear in the radio people communicating, and they are like directing lights, they're directing materials. It's like you're hearing the cargo ship, what's going on at the cargo ship. But you also hear like left tunnel open in 10 minutes. ETA on right tunnel 30 minutes. They're giving times for tunnels to be opened.
Tunnels? I'll pass that information along.
But they're coordinating. So it's like they're bringing munitions down, they're bringing equipment down, and someone's really trying to be demanding, when are the tunnels going to be open? 10 minutes on the left tunnel, right tunnel, that kind of thing.
So they're moving stuff through tunnels. That sounds like right down Sandcrab's alley.
Okay, Windwalker. you have been following along, even though Runeforce and everybody told you stay at home, youngin. You followed along.
Yeah.
What have you done here?
Okay, so since they're calling for help, if I'm in range, I'm just gonna teleport straight in here.
Okay. Right, so you poof in.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Yay! Didn't fall. Okay, so then. Okay.
So you see them toying with a headset, and you see Max over there listening in. You see an unconscious dude on the floor, and Wilding
Okay.
standing
What's with
over
the
him.
blue guy?
He's over there looking at the headset, like listening in. His eyes are growing wide as he's hearing stuff on a headset that he's torn apart.
Okay. No, but what I mean is, what's with this second figurine that I don't think anyone's paying attention to?
I don't know what we're
The
talking
blue one?
This blue guy. Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah, that's Max.
Oh. Okay. I didn't realize Max was there. Okay.
Yeah, he followed under the tunnel.
Silly me.
He's the one that's checking out the headset
Okay.
and geeking out over tech.
Okay.
I'm putting words in your mouth, Max. Sorry.
Absolutely.
Okay. So then. Okay. So we've apparently subdued this guy.
Yeah. You can clearly see that he's unconscious and spent. You don't see them what they did to get him unconscious, but there's Sandcrab and Wilding are standing over him. Do you want to take any actions or say anything?
Okay. So. I'm going to channel the thief that I am and look around and see what looks interesting, either from a security system standpoint or just what might look valuable.
Yeah, so I think this is actually a pretty clean guy. It's almost like he might have been looking to see how much space they have. They do have some like piping material in here. You would see on the side, probably the most expensive thing is the locking system on the kind of the roll up side. He was more, you really wouldn't know what he was doing, but there's not really anything in here just except piping and stuff.
What's in the crate?
Say again?
What's in the crate?
No one's opened them up yet. You're going to burst those things open?
First I'm going to try to detect if there's any electronic signature from them.
No, you would notice that there's no electronic systems. Nothing alive in there either. Spatial awareness person would tell you that. Sandcrab. Maybe you wouldn't, I don't know.
But I'm assuming I would smell something if it was in there.
Yeah, there you
You
go.
gotta use your sword to bust it open.
Oh.
Okay, that's doable. I can I can actually take the Mind Sword. It's the latest version. It only does one body killing, but that should be enough to break most locks.
I was
kidding. Also, okay.
I've just been playing a little bit of like Original Sin lately, and I'm getting tired of just breaking things open.
Okay.
So do you want to take an action?
But yeah, if we do want to check out the crate, I don't know.
Yeah, I'll give you a moment to take an action if you'd like. If not, I'll go on to someone else.
Let's see. Let's see. I mean, yeah. If everybody wants to get out, let's see what's in the crate. I could just go ahead and try to open that.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. Roll
Then,
whatever attack. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an attack to hit the crate.
Are we in combat? Is it an attack roll?
Yeah, I just want to see how much damage he does. I'm just interested to see what he does to it. Does it splinter open?
Oh, damage. Well,
Yeah. I don't.
That's easy because physically what the Mind Sword does is 1 pip of killing. Although the defense is mind defense, so a physical object would have no defense against it.
Yeah, but it also
And I'll
doesn't have a. But it
concentrate
also.
on the locks.
But it doesn't have a mind either, right?
Hmm?
But it doesn't have a mind either.
Right.
So how's it?
Yeah, but the defense for the killing attack is mind defense. It's an against limited defense.
AVAD.
It does body. Yeah,
Oh.
AVLD, mind defense, but it does body.
Okay, well, I want to see what happens, and let's see how this thing does it absorb your sword?
Well, it's just one pip. You don't have to roll it. It's just one body automatically.
Okay, yeah, let's
There's
just
no need to roll. It's just a one body.
Oh, understood. Yeah, it'll crack open, and when you see inside it, it looks like drills, not like larger industrial drills, not like your typical hand drills, but like industrial drills.
For like tunneling or
Yeah, for tunnels, like the ones they're talking about.
They're not going to be in these crates.
Yeah, but these are like bits, like the heads of them. That's really what it is.
oh, okay.
Okay.
Like, not little teeny ones.
Industrial
but
cut
giant ones.
tunneling drill bits. Okay.
Yeah. Wild Thing, what do you do?
Let me take a look at what we have here. I was going over my new character.
Okay. A small room, lots of soups, poor soul, squeezed down to.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over here to this door here.
Huh?
While everybody is doing what they're doing over there, I'm gonna put my ear to the door. Figuratively speaking.
Yeah. With your senses, you'll know that there are other people out there. Not immediately next to the door, but close enough that you know if you bust through that door, they're gonna hear you, see you.
Yeah, I want to make sure that even though we tried to be quiet, I want to make sure we really didn't attract any attention.
Yeah, they haven't noticed you yet.
Okay.
There's a silencing field around the squeezing and choking. So unless you all have been clotting, which I don't think you have been. Now the breaking of that chest might have done it, but nobody is turned to come as far as you can tell.
Okay. How far away are they?
Probably 10 feet. And this is metal
Okay.
walls, so they just haven't heard you yet.
Okay. I look back at them. Yeah, we have others close by. Try and keep it down.
My estimate was short. Sorry, guys.
I'll just put my finger to my mouth.
It's the Santa. Okay, so you've got a room. You all are examining some tech. You've got probably 30 or so more minutes before this mini sessions end. Do y'all want to try to explore this area anymore? Go deeper into the industrial complex? What would you all like to do next?
What was he guarding in this room?
Yeah, that's a good question, and you really wouldn't know. I mean, it's obvious that there's not really much in here, so you don't necessarily know if he was guarding anything. He might have been going in to get something. He might have been. You don't know.
Okay, so there's nothing obvious in here that says, I was guarding this.
Yeah, that's for sure. There was nothing.
He might have just been fetching.
Yeah,
No
he might
Ark
have.
of the Covenant or anything like that.
No, nothing like that. He might have been going to get something off the shelf, and if he's not back in 10 minutes, people are going to come looking for him. You don't know.
Okay,
We could definitely take his suit and have one of our members wear it so that they could try it around later on.
That is a good idea. That actually is a good idea.
It is a good
Looking
idea.
over the guy's body. Who here looks like that they would fit his outfit?
Yeah,
Closest.
he's your typical 6'2", 240 type of person. So anybody with that kind of frame.
Well, I'm too short.
Me too.
nope, that any fits any of us. I'm tall enough, but not heavy enough, and I can't really operate in that suit.
Mm-hmm.
You sound like a soldier. Go for it, Wild Thing.
I can see it. I can see it now.
I think our body types don't match.
Fine.
It's like,
You don't want to cosplay a soldier. It's okay.
Okay, so are y'all going to strip him down to have the suit?
No.
No, not going to take it.
actually, it's maybe if I just
definitely take
tucked everything in.
Stable his weapon.
Taking the belt, I want to examine the technology.
Normal kind of gun?
Nope.
Or are we talking blaster?
Yeah, it's a blaster. Definitely a blaster.
Yeah, he's real high tech. I mean, he's as powerful as we are.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to give you anything on that one. Yes, clearly, he's got some really high-tech stuff here, and you haven't been able to
The
really
stuff we've
hack
seen
it.
out of Viper, though, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. I would say, well, I don't know if you
It's
all would
definitely
have...
military, then.
Yeah, definitely military, and it's like some of the things you've seen from Viper, but way more advanced.
I think what we've learned here is that if we get found and we have to face more than 3 or 4 of these guys, we're gonna lose. So we gotta stay on the down low.
Okay, so it
Taking
may
on
be
two
a
full
stupid idea, but I think
supers by myself.
I think I am going to put on this outfit. I'm just going to teleport into his. I'm just going to grab his clothes and the equipment that's not being examined by others, and just basically teleport into it.
So,
which is how I typically change my clothes anyway.
Yeah, if you can teleport, why not? Why not? It's gonna look really baggy. Like you're not the build or the size of the frame or anything for that. So it's like you're wearing a Halloween costume of a military agent.
There's not a button on it that auto
Right.
sizes it.
So I
No.
just
No. Back to the Future tech. No.
Okay,
It
I
doesn't
take
look
back
like back
everything
to
I
armor
say
and
about them
shrink
being
down.
advanced. They're not that advanced.
Not
I thought
that
they were,
advanced.
but if it doesn't auto size, then we're gonna win.
it doesn't have a self-dry feature either.
If it doesn't auto
Okay.
size, I don't want to have anything to do with it.
Very
Okay.
disappointing.
All right. So I would say that's about the end of what you all can accomplish
so
in this
tuck what
one.
I can, and it's like if anybody's when you're done with the helmet, I want to put that on so they don't see that I'm not.
All right, well, guys, I'm gonna use my spatial awareness to look and see if there's somebody inside this other building over here.
Yeah, you see that there are. There's a couple of folks.
All right, well, there's a couple more guys over there. You guys want to try the same MO? See if we can find out anything over there.
Let's see. Oh, we're gonna tunnel in, or you want me to walk over?
No, well, you should tunnel in.
Okay.
I think it would be best. Provide for a very nice surprise.
Yeah, so y'all are going underground literally again, and making your way over to this smaller building over here. This one, or this not smaller building.
Yeah,
but
the building with 2 people in it. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm speaking from memory, so I assume that.
I'm gonna
You
try
can
my best.
you can blindfold us, and then you can check it.
I'm gonna try my best to backfill hole here.
Oh, I
That's
think it's
something the tunneler really has to do.
and I think it's
Oh.
part of his power. He brought it that way. There's only one
Okay,
person in
Yeah,
that room.
it's the tunneler's power. He's the one that handles it. Otherwise, it's going to look terrible or even not work.
Oh yeah, I said the best that I can.
There might be a shovel in the corner.
Now-
You can probably use that.
After he heard the whole thing about tunnels and this being directed there, did he relay that to the rest of us?
I would presume yes.
Relay what to the
Okay. The knowledge of the tunnels and such.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
you did.
because okay.
Oh, not
okay,
the one
so
she's
then,
about to make, but the
it's-
okay, yeah.
So what I'm going to suggest as we tunnel over to this other building is, since I'm wearing their uniform, I want to be the first to show up, so that they can maybe get confused.
Okay.
Well, if there's only one
No.
guy in there, then I can just grab him, and we won't have to worry about any risk.
Okay.
But if there's
If
more
you're
than
sure.
one, then maybe a different plan is good.
Yeah, there's only one. There's only one. I was speaking
So
from
there's
memory.
one guy in there. What is he doing? He's just standing there. Is he
Yeah,
looking
you
for something?
see
Is he
him
like
looking.
at a post?
You're looking at the shelves. About that's the best you can get as far as the spatial awareness. He's looking at the shelves.
All right, so he's on some type of get this equipment mission. I think we can probably abort attacking him and try to find something more important. Right, because the more people we access, the more likely it is that the alarms are going to be set off. We've accessed one person. As soon as they recognize that he's missing, the alarms are going to go off. So, looking around the compound here, what else do I see? I see that orange-looking thing that your hand is over, or the yellow with stripes square. What is that?
So, I mean, and I think the only way you would be able to see that is through the Fleetwood or the John flying around. And I think the best that you can get without being perceived is it's some type of a power generation.
Okay, so it's not some type of tunnel access.
Nope.
John requests to be referred to as John, not the John. It just gives the wrong impression.
Yes, we're not using the John to look through.
So that power,
The Fleetwood, who is named John. Okay, go on.
yes, that power generator has power lines coming out of it, right?
No, they go
Are
down.
they
They go down.
They're going down.
Yes, they go into the ground.
Can we follow them? Can I see how far they're going?
Oh, you could, but you would have to tunnel down. Like you would have to go, like follow the lines. Is that what you're going to try to?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. What do you guys think? I mean,
It's
they're generating
worth-
power. They're operating something. And those power lines are going down. So maybe that'll lead us to their main
Those tunnels?
operation. Those tunnels, possibly. I think it's a
Can
good
you
clue.
if the tunnels were within a certain range, you could see that with your spatial awareness, right?
Yeah, possibly.
I will say, you really don't have a good perspective about that, right? It's either they're not in range or you're not able to see. Maybe it's the ground is lined with lead.
No, that's fair.
You
If
can't.
the ground is lined with lead, then I for sure can't.
I'm kidding.
But if it's a range thing, Sandcrab does have binocular vision. It's mega scale. 1 meter equals 1 kilometer. So he could possibly see these tunnels.
Yeah, I will say, there's something down. Like you know, and there's lots of things, tunnels, pipes.
It's hard to tell between the differences of those.
Yeah, there's just so much down there. Yeah.
Yeah, great. So I think maybe following those power lines is a good path. What do
Okay.
you guys think?
Okay, everybody kind of with that plan. Anybody staying back? Anybody all going together? Okay. So I'll say, and I mean, even just for the speed of the story purposes, you're able to kind of tunnel down from the room that you all were in. You didn't go into the second.
Off the floor.
Yeah.
Move a crate over the hole I made.
And you tunnel down, and you like periodically check to make sure you're not tunneling through the power lines. But you are able to. Everybody, take your tokens off the table if you don't mind for a second. I'm gonna change the scene.
You said you had telescopic sight, or is the telescopic part of the spatial awareness?
Part of the
Telescopic sight.
spatial awareness, I think.
Yeah, it's a negative advantage on. Let me read it. Hold on.
Because if it's for sight, it would be for sight. Spatial awareness is not sight.
Oh yeah, that is correct. Yeah, so he wouldn't be able to use it then for that. That is correct.
Well, but
So
even
it's
still,
a negative advantage.
sorry.
Binocular vision. Yeah, so it only would be for his regular vision. So underground, he would be limited to regular range.
That's still not bad.
Okay,
Yeah,
so you
for
all
sure.
tunnel
I
down.
mean, you can see mountains in the distance, right, with a regular naked eye. So, but like the GM described, with all the things that are under here, tunnels, sewage lines, power lines, and other things, layers of rock, I can't discern where the main tunnels are.
Okay, so this will be kind of where we wrap. When you're tunneling down, you tunnel and tunnel and tunnel until you arrive, and y'all are gonna have to use your imaginations with me. So give me just a minute, just to pretend there's fog, because I can't not have it.
Hit the B button to blindfold us.
Well, no, I need you to be able to see the beginning of it. So gotta. So you all come down here. You see this little spot. You basically tunnel underneath a stairwell that lines go into this room over here.
Okay.
And you all are pretty far down under the ground. I would say,
So the power grid led us to some kind of an underground complex.
That's right. That's
Awesome.
right. And you can see in this room, and I'm going to zoom in for those that are watching, this room, and it's like a vault area. You got like ways to, you all don't know the combo, but I don't know if you're going to be able to place your characters into the stairs. You're probably going to have to get in front of the stairs.
Yeah, apparently not.
Can you place your folks in front of the stairs?
In front, okay.
Maybe even on top.
Maybe. Not sure. I think it's got to be in front. Tried to make it to where you all could get in there.
That's cool. We just maybe our scale needs to be brought down a little bit. I don't know.
Anyway, so this is, you all have found some type of underground structure. It's very much lots of power cabling going in, shielded powering, and there is like a secure entryway here. Y'all gonna have to figure out if you even try to go in there. Spatial awareness folks and human sensing folks, there's a lot of people on the other side of that door.
Uh-huh. Cool.
Just wish you could.
I'll say it looks like there's 2 super agents and 2 lab folk.
It's EXO.
Okay, we can try to wrap there. I think not getting caught, not being seen, doing some recon around the island. At least 2 so I wasn't expecting you all to get straight to the underground spot immediately. So that's just really cool. I will say that this, I don't think anybody got their individual objectives. We just didn't have enough time for that. But I think this is probably worth a 2 experience point session.
Oh, cool. Thank you. Hey, it was I like the
Nice.
The work that you did is obvious. You're very well prepared, and I'm sorry that we skipped some of the really juicy stuff that you probably had planned for us.
It's totally okay. It's a lot of fun.
We can go back and find
Yeah, this was all very well thought out.
Thanks a lot.
We can find the juicy stuff for you if you want.
Yeah. Even after you, maybe you all will turn back, or I don't know. Who knows?
Maybe the juicy stuff will come find us.
Yeah, I'm saying there's just because you didn't see it this
It
time.
might,
Yeah, and we didn't get to take on the ship at all, or there's other stuff that I just won't speak about yet because I could definitely weave it in other ways. So no worries. I'm glad you all are having fun. And again, next.
Send you the HDC of my character. So I still don't remember how to do a JSON, even though it was explained to me and I've forgotten already.
I think your version of Hero also is.
I'll take care of it. So I just wanted to make sure we went over it before I did anything else.
Yeah, I'm very, very happy.